back everyone for some more of my Almería career mode for FIFA 21. And this will be the season finale here. And as you can see here, we are playing in the final against Real Sociedad. But not only we're going to be playing this game against Sociedad here in the final, but we will be simming the final 7 games of the regular season to see if we can hold on to win our first LaLiga title. Which we are still currently in first place, so I'm not sure we're going to end in first place. But whatever happens, happens. I will sim towards the end of the season to see how that goes. But before we finish things off here in Season 1, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. But without further ado, we are going to get into this match against Sociedad. I think I'm going to stick with the red and I'm going to stick with the blue. Okay, they're playing 4-3-3 attack, much like we are. Oyarzabal, Isak, and Porto, quite a formidable front three. David Silva playing behind Isak, Mendy, Zubeldía in the center mid. 2 good center midfielders right there. Monreal. They got DeSiglio in there. That's interesting. Alustondo, Llorente, good, decent center backs, and Geronimo Rulli, decent goalkeeper. So, yeah, that should be no surprise why this team is in the final right here. And the referee is Valente Larrazabal. That sounds like he's from the Basque country, so that does not bode well for us. But we are playing at the Wanda Metropolitano, which is where Atletico Madrid play. We are playing in the red and white, much like Atletico Madrid does. Hopefully that will be to our benefit. So, without further ado, you can see Julian Draxler is our featured player here. It's the second leading goal scorer in the competition, by the way, with 4 goals. Leo Baptistel has 7. You can see David Silva, the former Valencia and Manchester City player. I was going to say, that was eerily quiet. I don't see this too often. This is pretty cool. Oh, that is cool. I like that. And you see the Copa de España right there. You can see Diego Rossi is the player to watch. 23-year-old forward from Uruguay. Now up to an 80. Well, he probably will be my starting winger next year. I'll probably end up taking Suso's place. To be honest with you, I've not really been impressed with Suso in this career mode. Okay. Mendes, however you pronounce it. I see Baptistel, the leading goal scorer, and he thunders it home as he celebrates in front of the Almería faithful. That's not a good pass right there. Isak could have given us problems there. Burko, you're not at a good place, or else I'd give the ball to you to cross. Ooh. I enjoyed the acrobatics there by Rossi, but that was just too tight of an angle. Oh. Oh, with the steal? Can he get the goal? No, he can't. Geronimo Rulli makes the save. Oh, I don't like that cross. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Not good enough, guys. Oh, I see you. Okay. Ooh. Burko? Why are you crossing it out? Idiots! Burko is having a howler of a game so far. Come on now, guys. Okay, our third corner. What are you doing? Who was that, Carujo? Who the hell? Carujo, you're another one that complains about game time, but your performance so far does not warrant me wanting to play you. Come on. Ah, come on, guys. Okay, this is a little bit frustrating now. We are doing everything except score. And my guys are playing like morons at the absolute wrong time. And you guys are up, you have the lead in LaLiga, and this is how you're playing? Baptiste acts like he's the only one that even showed up right now. I don't know why you guys are celebrating. This is painful to watch. Okay, Baptiste, you can show a little bit more hustle, buddy. I just complimented you. I just can't get the ball off this team. Yeah, just give the ball. Real Sociedad, I bet you they felt sorry for me because they're like, God, this team sucks. I'm going to jump to the sim. What does Sociedad's bench look like? Got Moya, Rico, William Jose, Baronetchea, and Bautista. Some of the names I recognize. Mirke Lanz and Ihan, I don't know who the heck they are. Okay, yeah, that was bad. Who do I yank? I don't know how Burko has a higher rating than Rossi. Although, to be fair, Rossi really hasn't done much better. Draxler's been invisible. Carujo, I'm about ready to take him out. Let's see. Carujo, I'm sorry, but I'm putting Martinez Quarta in there. Rossi actually has lower match sharpness. I'm going to put on Florian Thauvin and see what he can do. I mean, something's got to give. I mean, come on. Malero and Pochettino are doing really good in the midfield. Draxler could do a little bit better. Nice by Thauvin! Okay, Thauvin making the run. Thauvin. Okay, passing it to Centellas. Thauvin. Centellas back to Tovan. Forcing a throw-in. I don't know why Pochettino made that play. Okay, can we get... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, nice. Okay, we're gonna need some more... Okay, Draxler, I think your time is done. I'm putting Robertoni in there. Because I need a little bit more creativity in that midfield. I really do. Robertoni could be doing a little bit... It could do a little bit of every... Oh, what kind of touches? Robertoni, you just came on! You just came on and that's what you're giving me? Come on now. Oh, get the ball out of there! Get the ball out of there! Get the ball out of there! Okay, nice. Come on, Robertoni. Okay. Baptiste holding up the ball well. Robertoni. No, that was not Robertoni. That was Burko, I think. I don't know why he's in the midfield like that. Come on, somebody shoot the ball. Somebody make a run toward. Why aren't you running forward? Pochettino, come on. I don't... This is... There you go. I can't believe I had to do that. But did you see that, though? My guys refused to make a run in the box. Pochettino was just literally standing there. And you know what? Because of that, I think Pochettino might be gone. How can you just stand there in that position? How? It seems like once we get in the final third, my guys just lose their brains or something. I don't know. There's like zero creativity once we get in the final third. That was painful to watch. And we are getting late in the game. I'm not even sure we're going to get the ball back before time goes out. I'm not even sure we're going to get the ball back before the time goes out. Come on. There. Okay, we get to keep the ball. My God, that was painful. But we do end up lifting the Copa del Rey. Our first major piece of silverware in this career mode. If this would have been any of the other, like the bigger teams, no offense to Sociedad, but if it had been anybody like Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, or Barcelona, we would have got creamed out there. And that first half especially was painful. I can tell you this right now. This team does not deserve to win LaLiga. They really do not. They really do not deserve to win LaLiga. And I actually think I have a plan for that. This team does not deserve to win LaLiga. Not with this performance. But Eli lifts the trophy. He is an Almería player in real life. As Almería are Copa del Rey champions. Which they do have a shot to winning the domestic double. But like I said, based on this performance, I don't think they're ready. I mean, to be fair though, this is the backup team. But I don't know. I was just not happy with this performance. I'm really not. There are certain players that stood out, like Malero and who else stood out for me? Mendes stood out, Centellas stood out, Tovan stood out, Baptiste stood out. But you get other players like Rossi, Barco, neither one of them showed up. And Pochettino, him just standing there instead of making a run in the box. He literally just stood there. It reminded me an awful lot of my Nottingham Forest career mode when I got freaking James Maddison. And James Maddison would just freaking stay there instead of playing the ball. But anyway, instead of venting, I should be celebrating, but yeah, you can see the team picture there with a trophy. But this team has a lot of work to do. They really do. Yeah, they did not cover themselves in glory in this match. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. You can see the stats over there. Take one more look at the... well, according to this, they play... Wow, that's not even the same formation they showed beginning. And David Silva is playing further back out wide. Montreal is playing as a midfielder for reasons. I don't know how they gave Pochettino a 7.9. But anyway, I'm sorry about that. I got distracted by a notification on my laptop. But anyway, God, that was bad. I cannot believe how bad that was. You can see the 3-0 win by us. Yay us. Okay, tournament prize money. Partake and play again. Hey Gaffer, thanks for listening to what I had to say. I really appreciate the chance to play him in such a good form. It wasn't too bad. I mean, he did his part, I guess. So that was kind of a bit of a scramble in the box to begin with. You can see Rossi is now at the same rating as Suso. You know what I'm gonna do? Suso can now take the place of Barco. And who else was I thinking about? I think that's it for now. But yeah, I want Rossi in there now. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I don't typically do this, but I just think it's fair. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna put my strongest starting lineup here. Well, my most part strongest starting 11. And I am going to sim to here. Okay, we get a 1-0 win there, which is nice. We lost 2-1. I'm not surprised about that. And we lost against Sociedad. Okay. Okay, we are 1 point ahead of Atletico and Barcelona, though we do have a game in hand. Okay, it doesn't look like we've had any injuries, so... Tovan is now up to an 84. Puig is up to 79. Montiel is up to an 84 alongside Estupinian, which I need to look at. I need to look at Silva's development plan. I forgot to do that. Doesn't look like he's gonna grow anymore. Darwin Nunez. Okay, plan on making him a 5-star, 5-star. And I think since Silva isn't growing anymore, I'm going to put the higher rated goalkeeper in there and see how that turns out. Okay. We are going to go ahead and save again. And then what I'm gonna do... Okay, let's see. We could potentially have a final day showdown with Barcelona. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sim... I'm pretty sure I already saved. Let me save one more time. I don't typically do this in career mode, but I'm going to do it now. But I'm going to go ahead and sim ahead. Okay, Sevilla is going to be a tough game. I would not be surprised if we lose that one. It is a home game, though. I don't know. Okay, we won that game. Which means we're still ahead. We won against Mallorca. If we win this game against Getafe, I think we just got the title. No, we end up losing. Okay. What does the table look like? Okay, look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys, look at this. Our final game is against Barcelona. We have 10 goal higher goal differential than they do. We are 3 points ahead of them. Okay, relegation. Elche only won one game all season. They're going straight down. Cadiz is going down with them. And it's going to be either Celta Vigo or Rayo Vallecano that's going to go down. But, yeah, it all comes down to this. Okay, Draxler probably could have contributed more against Getafe. I'm going to tell him don't blame himself. But yeah, it all comes down to this. Okay, Cuerta has gone up to an 81. Why did I say go down? Okay, Martinez, Cuerta. Development plan. I'll take 17 weeks on OK form. I do want to put Puig on a plan. I think I'm going to work on his physicality. Okay, is there anybody else? Robert Tony, I really should look at his development plan. I should have done that to begin with. He's been growing spectacularly. Yeah, 3 weeks on OK form, so that's good. But yeah, that's how I'm looking at right now. Let me just take a look at the bench here real quick. Okay, let's see. Robert Tony is a player for them in real life. Partey is not. And then Pacheco be taking a backseat to Silva. Barco, let's see. Rossi's up to an 83. Malo's doing good. Eli's doing good. But yeah, I think I'm going to change the captaincy to Robert Tony. I want him to lift the trophy since he's the only player here in the starting 11 that actually plays for Almería in real life. Okay. But anyway, this is the final showdown here between Almería and Barcelona to see who will lift the trophy. Oh my god. What an end to the season. Oh my god. You see Tovan looking at it, you see Partey. Almería looked to put the icing on a phenomenal season by picking up the 3 points against Getafe, which will guarantee them the title. Okay, that's the Getafe game, which we ended up losing. But yeah, according to that, we have not clinched the title, so let's just go ahead here, sim ahead. And this will be the final game. This will be the end of the Season 1 of this career mode. Oh my god. I cannot get over this. Sorry for the pause there. I felt a little bit of tickling in my throat. I'm still in a little bit of disbelief. I did not expect this. I mean, yeah, we lost a couple games, but I thought for sure we'd lose the Sevilla game. I thought we'd drop. I thought we would drop the Betis game. So yeah, that's better than what I would have hoped for. I would have thought for sure that by this Barcelona game we would have been out of the title picture. Okay, we got a bunch of youth players unsettled here. Ochoa, Prado, Villalba, and Fuentes. Prado, I'm going to go ahead and promote you. Ochoa, I'll promote you. Villalba, you're looking pretty decent. Could be our version of Miggy. And Fuentes, I'm going to go promote you as well. Everybody else can stay in the... I think I'm actually going to promote Hurtado too. But here we go. Oh my god. If we do win this title, it will be at home. At the Estadio Mediterráneos. Oh my god, I can't get over this. Okay, yeah, Dembele, Griezmann, Messi, they're not messing around. Milinkovic-Savic they brought in. De Jong, Jorginho they ended up bringing in. Romagnoli they brought in. Kyle Walker they brought in. So yeah, this is going to be a big match up here. So without further ado, we're going to get right into this. Oh my god. Oh, I was not expecting to be in this position. I really wasn't. I was honestly expecting us to be like at least 4 points out of the title race in the last game of the season. But since we're this close, I was not expecting us to even be in this position. I wasn't really expecting us to be in the position for European football, let alone win the title. So we are pretty much going to be pulling off a Leicester here if we are able to do so. Oh man. Oh man, I can't get over this. I cannot get... This is probably one of the most exciting finales to any season I've ever had on the career mode. This could not have played out any better. Oh wow. Excuse me. But anyway, let's see if we can beat Lionel Messi and Barcelona. Nice header by Darwin Nunez. That's how you start a game. And Diego Rossi, the most improved player in my opinion. I remember back in preseason, I had my doubts about him, but he's really shown himself here. He really has. You see the current Liverpool player, Darwin Nunez, opening up the scoring here against Barcelona. Oh, he could have had it in a forced a turnover there. Nunez and Robertoni with the press. Robertoni, oh, Nunez could not make it. Oh! 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 If at first you don't succeed, try again, and never ever give up. That's all I gotta say about that. Oh my word, I thought for sure Barcelona would have played that out. Oh man, I'm in delirium right now. I really am. I am in absolute freaking delirium right now.
Gol del Almería. Con el 9, Núñez.
Okay, Nunez. I'll tell you what, between freaking Darwin Nunez and Lucas Robertoni, their pressing has been excellent. Okay, Robertoni, can you get a goal? Yes, you can. And the guy that could potentially be lifting the trophy for us here gets the third goal for us here. Okay, continue to press. This Barcelona team has not had very little success getting past Nunez and Robertoni, which once again they fail. Okay, we are going to jump to the sim. Oh, man. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Nunez, you really could have moved forward with that. Okay, holding up the ball well. You see, what does Barcelona's bench look like? They got Neto as a backup goalkeeper, Nelson Semedo, Arturo Vidal, I guess that's Dennis Suarez. As Barcelona get a goal back through Milinkovic-Savic? I'm not sure which junior that is. They got Rakitic and Braithwaite in there. Okay, Barcelona passing us to death like typical Barcelona. Oh no! Free kick. This is gonna be a goal. This is gonna be a goal. Of course. Did I not call it? I'm gonna have to replace Koch because I can't have him getting a red card here. I think before I do that, Silva, you're coming off. I gave you a shot, buddy. Oh, how the heck does freaking Montiel miss freaking Darwin Nunez in that position? They're gonna make it 3, aren't they? No, good save by Rui Silva, which will be his last involvement here. Pacheco, the former Real Madrid goalkeeper, so he knows all about facing off against Barcelona. Okay, let's look at ratings here real quick. Messi is the second highest rated player on the... No, actually he's joint highest with Darwin Nunez. Okay. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on! Push forward, guys! Please push forward! I don't know why every time they get in the opposition's half of the field, they become bankrupt with ideas. There's another freaking free kick. No, it's a penalty! Of course it is. So we gave up a free kick, which resulted in a goal, and we gave up a penalty, which results in a goal. So there goes our 3-goal lead here. Barcelona come back. Ah! This is unbelievable. We just let this slip away, and we're not doing anything at all to freaking remedy this. Guys, you don't score if you don't shoot. Come on. Guys. 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 They're gonna let this slip away, aren't they? They are gonna let this slip. Guys. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take part here. Nice. Can the captain seal the deal? Yes, he can! Come on, get up. Where you go? I want to go towards the camera. Come on. Lucas Barbatoni, a player for Almería in real life wearing the captain's armband, may have just won us the LaLiga title. A thunderbolt of a goal. Ter Stegen could do nothing there. We watched a 3-goal lead evaporate, courtesy of a Lionel Messi free kick goal as well as a Jorginho penalty being converted. As we are just mere minutes away from an unlikely La Liga title. Come on, come on, come on! Get the ball! Get the ball, guys! Thank you. I'm surprised the ref didn't call a foul on that, but let's just go ahead. I am getting so pumped up right now. Don't you freaking dare freaking start turning nearsighted now. I'm going to pass it straight to you. And I'm just going to go ahead. Oh, come on. Okay, let's just keep the ball. Let's not do anything stupid here. Martinez quarter. Keep on the ball. Come on. Come on, it's past the 1 minute mark, ref! But there we go! Almería are La Liga champions for the first time in their history. Oh my god, like I said before, I wasn't even expecting us to be in the freaking European conversation, let alone win the Liga title. Wow, what a finish! What a finish! I still can't get over this. I thought for sure whenever we got to this game after simming that we would be out of the title picture. But there we go, there is La Liga trophy. Or should I say the La Liga trophy? Robert Tony, the Almería player in real life, like I said 2 times before, will be lifting this trophy. It may not have been a pretty win, but it was a gutsy win, and they got the victory they needed in order to secure the La Liga title. Which, to be honest with you, a draw would have got the title for us too, but I saw that opening there around the 80th minute mark, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to take it. And that's exactly what I did. As Robert Tony, the captain, the guy that's parading around with the trophy right now, is the guy that ends up lifting the trophy for us here. Almería securing their very first top-flight title in their history. Founded in 1989. So yeah, we're going to be going in the Champions League next season as domestic double winners here. champions of the Copa del Rey, and now LaLiga champions. There we go. Almería, LaLiga Santander winner. Wow. You see De Jong there for Barcelona, but seriously, wow. Look at that. Each of us, 5 shots and 5 shots on target. We edged the mountain possession. Oh, come on. Okay, corners. We got 1 corner. We both had the same shooting accuracy. They had slightly better passing accuracy. We had the same amount of tackles. We had more fouls, but this was a very even match. A very even match. It really could have gone either way. You can see, oh, that's Luis Suarez. I thought that would have been Dennis Suarez, but he came up for Antoine Griezmann. We only made the 2 substitutions. But wow! I'm not gonna do a post-match interview. I'm going on like 40 minutes as it is. And I don't think there's really anything I could do now to further boost my team's morale. I mean, we are flying high right now. We are absolutely flying high. Oh my god! Take a look at the final table here. You can see we finished 6 points ahead of Barcelona. We finished 4 ahead of Atletico Madrid, who must have won their last game to jump into second. Real Madrid rounds out the top 4. Also on 82 points alongside Barcelona. Sociedad and Sevilla are going to have to settle for Europa League spots. And if the Conference League wasn't FIFA 21, it was not adopted yet, then Villarreal would take part in that. And the teams getting relegated are Rayo Vallecano, Cadiz, and Elche, so they will be playing Second Division football. Copa de España, as you can see, won by us. The European International Cup also won by us. Bayern Munich beating Sevilla 1-0 to win the Super Cup. Liverpool and Inter Milan have yet to play the Champions League. And PSV and Bayer Leverkusen have yet to play in the Europa League final. Let's see who ends up getting promoted. Well, at least the top 2 anyway. LaLiga Smart Bank. So it's going to be Levante and Alves coming up. Whereas Eibar, Zaragoza, Granada, and Huesca will be fighting out for that final promotion spot. You can see De Tomas finishing as top goal scorer in the league. Darwin Nunez, our top goal scorer, with 17. Oyarzabal finishing with the most assists alongside João Felix. Our highest assister looks like Diego Rossi with 7. Clean sheets, Silva with 7, which isn't too bad, and Pacheco with 5. Copa de España, Baptista with his 10 goals. No question he was the top goal scorer there. Mendes with 5 assists. You see Rossi with 4. Most clean sheets, Pacheco up top with 3. GG's to him. And I think he was pretty much the only goalkeeper we had playing in that tournament. You see Nunez was our leading goal scorer in the preseason tournament. Ezequiel Barca was our top assister. You can see Pacheco and Silva each with a clean sheet. But yeah, what a season from this team. Take a look at objectives here real quick. Well, first of all, let's take another look at our transfer budget. which we did end up getting the financial takeover. I think I had put a 200 million transfer budget onto this team, which of course I would lose internet right now. Okay. We've got a 100% manager rating despite within the same season signing 2 crucial players and making a profit of 50 million. Youth development, we nailed that one. Brand exposure, we nailed that one. Domestic success, they wanted to finish mid-table. We won the LaLiga and Copa del Rey. They wanted us to reach the round of 32. We ended up winning the Copa del Rey. Next season, we will be in the Champions League, so that is very exciting. Take a look at our youth squad here real quick. Anybody in particular you want to look at, you can just go ahead and pause the video. Should also show their measurements too, and their skill moves and all that. Take a look at transfer history. See, we've made some moves. Bunch of players on loan. Of course, we also got rid of some of our deadweight players. Yeah, I'm thinking about making some minor changes to this team. Nothing too outrageous, at least in terms of the starting 11. Look, Robertoni is now at the same overall as Draxler. So Draxler I might actually end up selling Julian Draxler. And I might, believe it or not, also sell Baptiste Tal as well. Because I want Nunez to be the main guy. But as far as the starting 11, I really don't plan on making any changes. You can see Centellas is now up to an 80. But yeah, I really don't. And Pacheco is going to be sold. Suso, I'm probably going to end up selling, so. But yeah, this is a very exciting time to be an Almería fan in this career mode. But let's go ahead, take a look at who got the most goals. 23 and 3 from Darwin Nunez. He grew by 5. He is now at a 77. Robertoni has grown by 6, which is amazing. I expect him to get a potential boost. 17 and 6 through 42. Baptiste only grown by 1. Tovan grew by a couple, which isn't too bad. Barco grew by 6. Suso grew by a couple. Rossi's grown by 8, and he's got 8 and 12 through 24. That's very impressive. Draxler only growing by 1. I will probably sell him next season. Partey, let's see. Valero grew by 3. Pochettino's growing by 4, but I'm not real happy with Pochettino, if I'm being honest. I still think that Copa del Rey game put a bad taste in my mouth. Let's see, Lazo. I might end up actually putting him in the backup team. Manch has grown by 7, which is very impressive considering he started out as a 67 rated player. Okay, let's see. Apia has grown by 8. That's very impressive. See some of the other players here. Pacheco, he did grow by 2. Still has room to grow, but I just don't like how whiny he's become. Montiel's grown by 6, so he's grown really well. Silva growing by 3, which is pretty good. And now, last but not least, we are going to be looking at development plans for these players and attributes. attributes, I should say, not attributes. But anybody in particular you want to look at, you just go ahead and pause the video. Going on 50-minute mark. Tell you what, this certainly makes up for me not recording anything on, or having anything uploaded on career mode on Saturday, so at least there's that. Okay, 5-star, Ricky Pooch. Partey's only 3-star, that's kind of surprising and disappointing. Julian Draxler, 5-star. Robert Tony, I'm training up his skill moves, so he'll be 5-star. Barca was 3-star, 5-star. Rossi is 4-star. Tovan is the 4-star, 3-star. And Barber, this will be his last season with the club. He will be going off to Betis. Best of luck to him. Suso, I am putting him on the transfer list next season, hopefully to raise a little bit of money. We should be getting a big piggy bank for reaching the Champions League, but that's never guaranteed. Darwin Nunez, I am training him to be 5-star. And there we go. That is all she wrote for the season 1 of this career mode. And my God, I'm getting so excited I'm choking. But I could not have asked for a more climactic end to this season. Not only did we win the Copa del Rey, which I was kind of expecting that, but I was not expecting us to also win the LaLiga as well. But yeah, we will be going in the Champions League next season as the domestic double champions. And I just can't wait to see what we do with Season 2. And I don't know what kind of budget we're going to get next season, but I do plan on getting selling Baptistel, Draxler, Suso, and Pacheco. That should raise a little bit of cash for me. And to be honest with you, the only I do plan on getting another backup center mid, and I may also look to get a decent backup striker as well, or even a starting striker. But I really don't want a new starting striker because I want Nunez to be the guy. I want him to keep on growing. But we'll see what I do with the money, and whatever decision I make, I will just take from there. But yeah, I'm very excited about the next season. I hope you guys are as well. But thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far, and I'll be seeing you guys again next time.